Bronya Rand is one of my favorite supports in Honkai Star Rail, and it's sad that I haven't been using her as of late. She's kind of just been in the background doing paperwork, but that all changes today. I'm going to be giving her a brand new build, and it's going to be for her best in slot set. As I said, Bronya is my favorite support in Honkai Star Rail because she was my first ever 5-star and also the one that I got the first ever signature weapon for. The set that I'm going to be building for is her best in slot, which is Messenger Traversing Hackerspace. I already made a video about a week ago talking about this set and how amazing that it is. It's one of the best support sets in the game, and I highly recommend it for any character such as Bronya. And I spent quite a lot of Trailblaze power grinding up this set, so hopefully I will end up getting a really solid build out of it for her. Starting with the headpiece, I do have a few already on other supports, but they don't feature any crit damage, which is something that she does scale off quite a bit. So hopefully the few that I do have here will end up rolling pretty high. Alright, I really hope this rolls well. Come on, please give me the crit damage or even some effect resistance as well. Let's see it. Hey, it did! It rolled crit damage! Yes! Alright, that's what I'm talking about. Now, unfortunately, there was no effect resistance there, but I'm happy with that amount of crit damage as a starting headpiece. Alright, this one has attack percent with some crit damage and even a little bit of flat defense. Maybe I can get effect resistance on this piece. Let's see what they give me. I don't know what's with all the effect hit rate, but that's really not what I'm trying to get. This piece has some crit damage as well. Let's see, maybe it'll roll high. HP percent. Okay, that's not bad on her sometimes, but that's an actually extremely high HP and defense. Maybe this could be on Fushan as well. That's actually pretty good. Let's see what the next roll is going to be. HP again. That's extremely high amounts of HP. There's no way they're not giving me any crit damage though. Maybe for the last roll they'll give me crit damage, and they finally did. Okay, but that piece honestly is not as good as the first one. It would probably benefit someone else as a support, so I'll probably save that one. So I guess this headpiece here is going to be the one that I have on Bronya for now because it does have some solid crit damage. Moving on to the hands. Now this part I don't really have a lot of options for. Even the ones that I already have on other supports barely has any crit damage on it, so I'm probably gonna just have to make do with this one that I have right here. Alright, first roll is break effect. Are you kidding me, man? Maybe this next roll could be crit damage? There we go, finally. So 11%. If the last roll goes into it, this will be very solid. And here comes the final roll, and it is defense. Of course it is. So we kind of shafted a little bit on this piece. I wish the crit damage could have been a lot higher, but since I really don't have any other options, I'll just have to make do with this one. Moving on to the body piece, and it's actually pretty simple. Of course, Bronya scales off of crit damage, so that's exactly what you would want, but I struggled actually getting a piece right here. Honestly, this is the only one that I have, but it really doesn't matter as long as the main stat is solid, but hopefully the effect resistance will also roll pretty nice. So for the first roll, let's see, maybe effect resistance, like I said, would be really good for broken keel, so I can meet that threshold. Let's see what it's gonna be. And it is attack percent. Wow, that's actually a really high amount of attack. Okay, Bronya doesn't exactly need that. Effect resistance, there we go, that's what I'm talking about. Now one more roll and I think this would be a really solid crit damage piece. Fortunately it went into flat attack. Are you kidding me? Why are they giving me attack on a piece with crit damage that I don't need? Where was this when I was leveling up pieces for Ting Yun? Either way, as long as the main stat is good, that's all that matters. But let's see this last roll. I'm hoping that it'll be effect resistance. Another attack percent, 15.9 attack percent. Are you kidding me? That is insanely high for a character that really just doesn't need that. But honestly, like I said, main stat very good, so I'm happy with that, and we got a little bit of effect resistance there and even some HP, so I'll take this piece. Moving on to the boots, and speed is really good on Bronya, although there are some cases where you actually want her to be slower than your other characters, so you can use her skill to automatically get a turn in. But the speed boots that I have here are actually really good for a support character. It has some crit damage on there, but the defense and HP rolls could actually be for someone like Fushan, so hopefully it rolls into crit damage. HP at 12%, that is a huge roll, 2 rolls into that. Defense, and it's flat. Okay, yeah, so they really don't want to give me crit damage on this piece. Maybe we can still turn around. Defense percent, no way they're giving me a Fushan piece here. I've already come this far, so the last roll, let's see, hopefully this will actually go into crit damage because it's still a solid piece for a support. And there we go, 10% crit damage. Obviously, this could have been a lot better, and this would go towards someone who is more of a tank. But I think having Bronya having some survivability is not a bad thing either. But this is a really solid piece that I might throw in Fushuan one day if I get a better boots here with higher crit damage for my Bronya. For Planar Ornament sets, I'm going to be using her best in slot, which is amazing for almost every single support in the game, and that is Broken Kill. This is a really good set for boosting up your allies, and once your effect resistance reaches 30%, your allies' crit damage increases by 10%. For a character like Bronya, this is especially nice because if I have her on 4-piece Messenger, then she's going to be increasing my team's speed when she pops her ult while also giving them the benefits of the crit damage. I have a lot of good Broken Kill sets because I actually have grinded this set quite a bit in trying to get Rudolin Arena for my DPS characters, and it's also my go-to simulated universe world that I grind weekly once the rewards reset because I really enjoy fighting the deer. For Bronya in particular, I have her on an attack percent one, and honestly that would probably be changed in the future to HP or defense just because she would benefit from the survivability a little bit more there, but this does have some really decent amount of crit damage and even effect resistance. This is probably one of my highest crit damage pieces on my account, so it's a no-brainer to go with this piece. The effect resistance does help out as well for meeting the threshold of 30% on Broken Kill, as that can actually be quite difficult. The sphere is an energy regeneration rope, and I honestly find it hard to find ERR ropes when it comes to Honkai Star Rail. I don't know why, I just struggle, and this is the only one I have on this set, which means that it's not the best, but it does have a little bit of crit damage there. The break effect rolls definitely did hurt to see, especially because I would have rather had something there like effect resistance again so I could meet the threshold of Broken Kill, but also the crit damage could be a little bit higher. So in the future, if I get another energy regeneration rope, then I would definitely switch this out in a heartbeat. Here's my completed Bronya's build. It looks really nice to finally have a 4-piece Messenger set on her alongside Broken Kill, and I'm quite happy with how a lot of these pieces have turned out. Some pieces definitely could use some changing, like the attack piece, but you know, I'm honestly fine with that for now, especially because this is the best that I could do with the amount of Trailblaze power that I was able to spend on this set. Starting with the headpiece, this is the one I ended up going with. 18% crit damage is not bad, little bit of HP there. The hands has 11 crit damage. As I said, this is the piece I would probably want to switch out the most. The crit damage isn't that great, and none of the other substats really benefit Bronya too heavily. The body honestly could have been a little bit better with the effect resistance because Bronya really doesn't need attack, and definitely not that much at that as well. So this crit damage body is the only one I have, and honestly the effect resistance that it does have will help out Broken Kill. The boots are speed boots, but in the future I might actually switch this out since, like I said, having Bronya be a little bit slower than some of your other units is not a bad thing by any means, and also this one doesn't even have that much crit damage on it. The Planar Ornament set actually shined through pretty hard this time around, and I feel like my luck towards them are usually pretty bad, so I was surprised to see myself getting a high amount of crit damage on this piece. This is actually a really solid sphere. The only thing that maybe I would want to change in the future is the main stack, or if it was a wind damage boost one, but the effect resistance is really solid with 23% crit damage. I couldn't have asked for more from this piece. And then my only energy regeneration Broken Kill rope, as I feel like getting energy regeneration ropes are just really hard, at least for me. But this one could have been better as well. It does have 11 crit damage, and 22 break effect will make it where my Bronya is able to do a little bit of damage when she's hitting smaller enemies. But this is another piece that I wish had higher crit damage and some other subsets. So let's see how we did. Well, I can already notice that my Bronya's crit damage has gone up a little bit more, which is actually pretty solid. It is an improvement over what I had on her previously, and her HP is at 3,200, which is really good for her survivability. Her speed is at 129, which isn't too bad. But what I'm really interested in seeing is if I was actually able to reach that threshold of 30% when it came to effect resistance, which is very important for Broken Kill. And unfortunately, I was just short by 1%. I'm at 29, which is very sad to see, honestly. But I do have a solution for that problem, and that's in the future getting the last trace, which offers effect resistance on Bronya, which will give me 6%, meaning I will be at like 35. I will be able to reach Broken Kill that way, but I'm gonna have to wait on this for a little bit. That's gonna conclude rebuilding my Bronya with her best in slot set, and I had a lot of fun doing this. I've wanted her to have a 4-piece Messenger set that she could call her own for quite a while now, and like I said, I'm not too disappointed with it. All the supports on my account are more or less built to their desired ways, and I can focus on DPSs that come out in the future, or even the most new one, Topaz, which will be coming out in 2 days time, which I'm really excited to be building. Let me know what you guys think of my Bronya's build, and if you have her, then how does it compare to yours? I hope you all enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.